So here's what we're going to do. First thing, we separate our x's and our y's. So you can see I wrote my two x terms together. I wrote my two y terms together, and then I swung that numerical term over to the other side. All right, next up, I'm going to factor the biggest thing I can out of both of my x terms, and I'm going to factor the biggest thing I can out of both of my y terms. So that looks like this. And I should clarify, I said the biggest thing, but I mean the biggest number because I don't want to move my x's out of here. I need these to stay like this so that I can complete the square, turn them into a perfect square, which is going to make my equation of an ellipse into standard form. So I factored my biggest number, a 2 came out of both terms, a 3 came out of both terms, my -5's still over there, and you'll see that the way I'm writing this, I'm leaving a little space here to complete my square. Now, if you're not familiar with completing the square, then go ahead and check out this video here, which will explain it to you really quickly, and then come on back. But for those of you who do remember or who've seen it before, all right, I'm going to take this coefficient, this -4, I'm going to divide it by 2, I'm going to square it, and I'm going to add it in here. So -4 divided by 2, that's -2 squared, that's 4. I'm going to add 4 there. 2 divided by 2 is 1, squared is 1. I'm going to add 1 here. Now, I have just added stuff to this side of my equation. I must add the same thing over here, but here's the thing to remember. I didn't just add 4. This 4 is inside a parentheses that's being multiplied by 2. 2 times 4 is 8. I added 8. Same thing here. I didn't just add 1. I added 3 times 1. I added 3. Perfect. So now I'm going to take these two quadratics and I'm going to rewrite them as the perfect squares that I just created. So my x squared minus 4x plus 4 becomes x minus 2 squared. That's the perfect square I just created. And my y squared plus 2y plus 1 becomes my y plus 1 squared. That's the perfect square I just created. And then -5 plus 8 plus 3 just simplifies to 6. So my last step is I need to divide this 6 out of here. And now I'm going to simplify that, leaving only my x minus 2 squared and y plus 1 squared on the top. So that looks like. And if you have any trouble seeing how times 2/6 turned into divided by 3, then here's a quick little sidebar. 2/6 is the same as 1/3, and multiplying by 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by 3. And same thing over here. 3/6 is the same thing as 1/2, and multiplying by 1/2 is the same thing as dividing by 2. So that's how that simplification happened. And so you can see we went from our general equation of an ellipse to our standard equation of an ellipse.